Hey everyone, so today I thought I would talk to you about molting because it's getting close to being that time of year. If you live up north, it might have already started. Here where I am in Arizona, not quite yet, but you need to be prepared because there's a couple of things you might want to go get at the store. So what is molting? It's when the chickens lose their feathers to get new ones, to grow new ones. So it'll look like there was a pillow fight in your hen house. I mean, there'll be tons of feathers everywhere. There'll be no question in your mind that your girls are molting. And when they're molting, they might stop laying. And that's because it takes a lot of energy to regrow feathers. So they would put that energy in their body towards growing feathers and not laying eggs. So when does molting happen? It typically happens when they are 18 months. So like if you get fall chicks, then it won't happen that winter, it'll happen the following winter. If you get spring chicks, it might not happen that first winter they go through, it might be the following winter. So it's usually about 18 months out when they go through a full molt, after they have their adult full-grown feathers. So what triggers it? Actually, the trigger to start molting is the winter days. The cooler temperatures, the shorter daylight hours are the things that actually trigger it. It's just a natural thing in their body that it recognizes it's time. And so it takes about 8 to 12 weeks to go completely through a molt from the time that they start to lose their feathers till they get all their new feathers back. So don't be surprised if you've got a hen that goes completely bald. I haven't had one get that bad yet, but I have seen it. And so they could lose every feather they have. So don't let it freak you out. Don't worry about it. They will grow back. You'll start to see the pin feathers come back in similar to when they were babies. And don't pick them up so much when they've got those pin feathers coming in, even if they're a lovable pet, because the pin feathers are uncomfortable for them, and it just might not feel so great to be held, while that's happening. So what can you do to help them get through their molt? Well, provide them extra protein, and there's several ways to do that. So a couple of the things you can do is give them mealworm treats, give them crickets, give them bugs, anything like that. You can buy all kinds of freeze-dried things at the tack shops. And another thing you can do is give them black oil sunflower seeds. And so they really like that. You could just give it to them whole, shell and all, and they'll pick it apart. And another thing you can do is you can look around on the internet. There are various molting cake recipes if you decide you want to make something yourself. So I've actually got a favorite molting cake recipe that I use, and I can post that on my page for everybody. But that's a really good thing to do if you want to give them a treat, for a couple months. And the recipe will I probably go through 2 to 3 recipes in a molting season, because it depends on how many girls you have and how much you want how much you have to give them. So that's my tip for you today is, what is this molting thing all about? Why does your hen house look like somebody had a pillow fight when there wasn't a pillow in there? And so just do what you can to keep them comfortable. It will take 8 to 12 weeks for them to get through their molting, and then they'll be back to normal. So that's my tip for you today, and I hope it was valuable and helpful for you, and I'll catch you on the next one.